Welcome back, you're still watching Tech Toys. So finally, there's an MP3 player out there that thinks it's good enough to take on the Apple iPod Touch. Now, of course, it touches Apple's MP3, that's not hard disk based. It doesn't have high capacity or maybe not even the best sound quality out there. But it just has that cool list factor. Samsung's YP-P2 promises all that and much more. Can the Samsung take on the almighty Apple iPod Touch? Let's find out in our portable media player shootout.
Let's meet our contenders. On the one side, we have the big daddy of all portable media devices, the iPod Touch, which is challenged by the slim and sleek Samsung P2. Devices charged, music and videos loaded. Let's begin the shootout. For a media player, the looks and finish matter to the end user. So round one, which player looks hot and which one deserves to be flushed? The P2 is definitely smaller than the Touch, but this also means it has a smaller screen. While the Touch comes equipped with a 3.5-inch TFT, the P2 comes with a 3-inch screen. There aren't any buttons on the P2 and it comes in three colors, white, black and wine red, unlike the Touch, which only comes in silver. While the Samsung P2 is a good-looking player, we think the Touch seems sturdier and a bit funkier. Round one goes to the iPod Touch because it looks gloriously dashing and that gives it an extra edge. Scores on the board now: Samsung P2 0, the iPod Touch 1. Since both the players have touchscreen functionalities, let's get the verdict on how good the user interface and touchscreen is. The Touch features one of the most innovative touchscreen interfaces ever. The multi-touch display lets you use more than just one finger. The capacitors are arranged in such a way that it responds to nothing but your fingertip. This enables the player to offer features like pinching. The touchscreen of the P2, on the other hand, isn't very responsive and comes with its own share of quirks. The sensitivity of response acts up quite often, which means you have to be steady and patient while using it. Considering all this, we think that the Touch has a better response ratio and the user interface is much more interactive. Round 2 also goes to the iPod Touch. Scores on the board now: Samsung P2 0, iPod Touch 2. Alright, we've discussed form factor and the touchscreen. Now comes the good stuff, the features. Let's get the lowdown on them. The Samsung P2 offers some good EQ settings, along with manual controls, supports Bluetooth and A2DP. This means that you can pair the player with a mobile phone and make or take calls directly from the player. The Touch, on the other hand, is very interactive and offers features like cover flow, contacts, an accelerometer, and to top it all, Wi-Fi connectivity. The final word: where interactivity is concerned, the Touch wins hands down. Round 3 also in favor of the Touch. The scores now: Samsung P2 0, the iPod Touch 3. What's a shootout without comparing music and video playing capabilities? Round 4, music and video. The P2 supports MP3, WMA and OGG formats, which makes it a bit rigid when it comes to format support. The sound quality is good and it has FM radio as well. And what tops that all is that unlike the painful iTunes interface, music and videos can be dragged and dropped on the Samsung P2. The video resolution is much lower owing to the smaller screen. The iPod Touch supports almost all formats in music but doesn't allow drag and drop, so that kills the experience here. The display is beautiful and the video options are much better than the P2. Winner of round 4, the iPod Touch again. The scores now: Samsung P2 0, iPod Touch 4. Last but definitely not the least, at what price do these features come? The Samsung costs only about 10,900 rupees for 8GB, while the Touch costs 17,000 rupees for the same. Round 5 goes to the Samsung P2, so here are the final scores one last time. The Samsung P2 1, the iPod Touch 4. The final verdict: the iPod Touch wins the PMP shootout. It takes the cake on the kind of interactivity it offers and the extra tricks it has up its sleeve. Nothing in the market can beat the Touch, so save some money this year and go out and buy that iPod Touch.
Well, there you have it. Apple's iPod Touch still reigns supreme in the super sleek cool MP3 category. Well, you can get more detailed reviews of both those gadgets at www.tech2.com. We'll take a short break right now, but coming up after that, we tell you how to spice up your web video experience. Stay tuned to Tech Toys.